Welcome back to Sketchbooks with Carrie.
Aw.
I'm Dan, and this is Carrie, and this is Carrie's sketchbook.
Or something like it. So this was at the point where I was using multiple sketchbooks, and I think I even bought the sketchbook like at the junior college like bookstore.
Probably.
So end of high school through 2008, or at least the spring of 2008. So let's go through it. Yeah, it turns out if you do pencil, if you draw on the first page and you don't take like good care of your sketchbook, it'll
It gets
rub.
all smudged.
Yeah, so there's a lot of smudging. Half drawings. So it's kind of the same as like before, except now I have a little bit more knowledge on how to draw people. Just a little bit. Maybe. And also where I learned that
Don't mix those things.
yeah, that if you try using Copic markers on India ink drawings, that it will smudge. But that didn't stop me.
Oh.
And also some Sharpie, I guess. And scribble. At least I didn't tear out the page. I could have, but I didn't.
So at this point, you're still drawing only on one side of the page?
I mean, like...
That's just typically the case.
I mean, like, for these sketchbooks, probably. I mean, because part of the reason why you...
Ink comes through.
There's that, like, you would see the image on the other side, and also, like, especially with pencil drawings, if you draw on the other side, you would have, like, a ghost image.
You'd be making rubbings on
the
next
other
one.
page.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't really draw with pencils too much a whole lot anymore because of all the problems with drawing in pencil. I must have been trying to get a pen to work.
I see.
And that was the whole page. So yeah, just quickly going through this because there's not really a whole lot going on. Head empty. Oh, look, I know...
That thing we were talking about.
What thing?
I mean, you can see the
Oh,
back.
yes. And this is like a copy from like an Edward Hopper like ink drawing. Yeah, because the paper in this particular sketchbook is pretty thin. So yeah, look, a lake. Trying to draw hands and stuff. More faces. A lot of faces. You probably noticed
This makes
that.
sense.
Because it's like you want it's like for young artists, it's like the ultimate thing you can draw, I guess.
I fail at legs.
Yeah, it's true. Because I'm a ninja.
I waste a lot of paper.
Don't.
Don't.
Just don't.
Hey, Louise.
This looks like it was like the start of a drawing I had like planned, but then
Didn't. It happens.
Can you tell what this is?
Is that the front steps of the auditorium?
Almost. I want to say
The old library?
I want to say this, like, so you know where, like, Emeritus is? Which is a newer building, and then next to that is, like, where all, like, the dental stuff.
The health building?
Yeah. I think it's that. I think it's the front of that building.
Not 100% sure even that's still there.
A butt. That old house. So,
It's around here somewhere.
It's gotta be, right? Like, I probably didn't throw it away. So, a guy online, there was, like, it was the OMG hat. It was super ultra rare because it was one of like the first donation items you could get. But you could also just buy they started making it as like a physical thing that you could purchase, and so I bought it and I wore it quite a bit. And then I drew it. The end. So yeah, I can kind of tell that I'm trying to learn how to draw realistically, I suppose. More representationally. Maybe? No, I don't know. Trying to learn how to draw people
Who aren't just standing
sitting.
directly upright?
Right, exactly. the library. This is like me trying to draw what I saw in the library.
For a moment there, I was like, man, your rendition of the rings and the holes through the paper is amazing. And I went, wait a minute.
It's very silly. This is me trying to draw outside. Like they have the balconies that you could go hang out at. This is me trying to draw a chair. But yeah, there's that. Hey, you guys, get along. Get along, little kitties. Hey, stop being an asshole.
What are you doing, Louise? He's just chilling.
She's bapping him.
No bapping.
All right. You keep leaning. Yeah.
I'm out of the frame. There you go.
Scooch over. Okay, there we go.
There we go. Now we're in the frame.
It's true. Oh, and now someone.
More kitties.
All of the cats have joined us. All right.
Louise, be good.
Trying to draw someone crouching.
That's hard.
I'm learning drawing legs. This looks like a Vampire Hunter D sort of thing. That's it, I guess. Trying to draw my glasses again. Trying to draw from reality. Look, it's Zach.
It is Zach.
Strife? Because
Fair.
This, no, it's Cloud Strife. Yeah, this is when Crisis Core had come out, which I was obsessed with at the time.
I should finish that.
It's a good. I really enjoyed it. All right, so
this is where we left off.
Change of scenery, because camera ran out of battery. This is going to be way easier and more comfortable for alls.
Yeah, but we're trapped in here now.
No, we're not.
Anyway, PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I was trying to draw like my friend's living room.
How many PlayStation 2s did you have?
1.
And we still have it, and it still works.
Yeah.
I had 6.
I got it back in whenever Kingdom Hearts 3 came out, 2003.
I had 6 PlayStation 2s. The first one was known to be broken, and then 4 broke.
A naked lady.
Ooh, naked ladies.
So except like Barbie.
Naked doll people.
Yeah. And now we're not limited by like a camera that will stop or whatever.
It's true, but we should still track time.
We should.
This episode, I think, has 15 minutes left in it.
Something like that.
It's fine, whatever. We'll make it work. We'll do the thing.
Right. I'm trying to determine if this. Okay, it does. It's right here.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, back to sketchbooks.
Yeah.
This is sketchbook 8.
9.
9. Okay. Wow! I'm really foreshortened and I'm angry about it.
Foreshortened. Foreshortened. I think the so the way I scanned a lot of these was I took a picture of them and then did use the perspective crop tool in Photoshop, and this looked like it may have
To try to flatten it back out, but instead you're still.
it's not great, but it's whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not redoing it because I don't feel like it.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, I don't know.
I can see there was another page.
Yes, that's true. And person. Yep. This was this is a comic about my ex because this is what he wanted to do.
You wanted to be in the AEOD. Yeah.
It didn't happen.
That's not what happened.
I don't know what he wound up doing. And I don't care. Anyways. But and that's it. That's
in
it.
the back of the sketchbook. Okay.
Probably.
There's the lens. Okay.
Yes. Are you trying to like look into
I'm
the
like,
camera?
how do I look into the camera? Yes.
Yeah,
We're going
I
to
know.
camera too.
Well, let's look into each other's eyes and try to be neurotypical.
Mm.
How's that weather?
The eye contact's not so bad with you,
Oh,
but I can't sustain that kind of conversation.
is it too hard? All right, now we're.
This is my webcam.
It looks like it.
Yeah. Must have gotten caught in the wiring. Put it back over there.
Do we want to do double pages or single pages?
I don't know.
We were doing double pages.
By the way, are we recording this?
I mean, yes.
Okay, good.
I mean, like all this.
Oh, hey, look at
there
that.
it is. Yeah.
If I were to look kind of over there.
So if I keep looking up, because that's where OBS is.
That's where you can
Yes.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah. But like I go to look at myself because like that's the thing you do.
Watch
like,
yourself talk.
Yeah. But like I'm not looking like at
It's
myself.
funny how up from my perspective it is. The
Mhm.
screen is basically at my eye level.
Okay.
Anyway, premium recycled.
Yeah. So number 10. I think the date will be and there's
Did some figure drawing. This is through most of 08.
Yeah.
Which was a million years ago. Remember when the 2000s was in the future? Yeah.
Barely. Hey, look, there's that drawing again. This looks like, I think this is like was done on a separate piece of paper and was stapled in.
I see staples.
And look at all those check pluses.
All right, you did it.
Because this was a graded sketchbook, because that's a thing when you take an art class. So yeah, this was.
So you shouldn't include like math doodles in it, probably.
Probably not. Whoa, Matrix, whoosh. This was like I don't even remember like what I don't remember what the assignments were for drawing in sketchbook. A lot of the time it's just draw
stuff.
Yeah.
You need to turn into sketchbook with stuff.
And so here's me like making up stuff rather than using actual whatevers. And this is like something very specific, and it's gonna show up in one of the drawings.
I'm interpreting this as like, can you stretch your belly button over your shoulders?
Do your ears hang low? Can you tie them in a bow? I like you can kind of like I don't know.
What if your foot terminated another arm?
During this class, it was critiqued that my heads were too small, and then I overcompensated. And if we haven't seen that yet, which I think we have,
some big heads.
They're gonna look. The heads are just gonna look too big. So FYI, I guess.
It's okay, clamp.
Right. A little peepee. Yeah, these are actually. This is all studied. Oh, actually, there's the
actual art.
No, I don't know why I wrote this down. I wrote this down for some reason. So like I guess you can try going to the web address and see if it still exists. But these I know like these are all copies of, I think, anatomy drawing of the human figure. It's a physical book that I have. It's in the studio. And here's like a grid-like structure. This is also sort of a copy, but it's not very good.
It turns out that the human male.
Right? And a blood elf. I think at this point, like, somehow it was no longer.
The person grading your sketchbook is like,
I draw elves.
They're
I don't know.
Oh man, horde.
I think at some point, like, it's just like the point is to just simply draw.
Draw stuff.
And so it doesn't.
Yeah, look, eyeballs and stuff.
Hey, look, they're not too bad. We're learning to draw with simply using a colored pencil as a sketch pencil, and it's amazing. Try it. Oh yeah, I remember drawing. So this is. Can you guess what this is from? So
it's on the tip of my brain.
Okay,
No,
it's the cover of Death Note, the first book. And I remember drawing this in like during the break, during figure drawing, and like I remember too that people were like talking about me. It's like, look at her, she's like drawing. It's like she's still drawing.
that anime was introduced to me. It's like you got these two characters, they're like doing this grand chess game, and then I actually watched it and I was like, no, they're both kind of flailing in the dark.
Yeah, basically. So, I feel like my drawing skills started to improve at this point.
You should do. This guy's like, you should do Starry Night, like just that whole style. Be hilarious, with like wireframe stars and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna cut this. I need to delete
some upcoming images.
No, I can just delete because this page is a duplicate.
Oh.
So I can just delete it. Bam.
Okay, gone forever.
Right. And then I'll just Adobe. It does things.
Hey, we're low on ink.
Go away.
I'm aware. It's not zero though.
Hey, look, more butts because that's what you draw when you do anatomy. You get or figure drawing.
Also, people are like, you're just drawing butts. All right, draw a butt. Go for it.
Hands.
They're really hard.
Run away. Wahaha. A bad thumbnail.
Bad. Dad.
I think it says bad.
It probably says.
And this is also when I started to use Faber-Castell ink marker pen thingies, brush pens.
Hands and feet.
This will get us.
Feet.
This will definitely get us demonetized.
A bunch of hands and feet in a pile.
Yeah, I mean, like just licking a foot. That's what happened to that one cartoon recently. Yep. More wings. Still doing wings. But just like studies. Just like looking at these, kind of makes me want to break out those markers again.
That's a thing you can do.
It's totally a thing I could do.
They still exist.
Probably what I should do is I should do live streaming, doing drawing in sketchbooks.
Yeah, why not?
No one will watch, but it'll still be fun, right? Who cares?
Demons.
Dance like no one is watching.
Dab on a rock.
This was before dabbing was a thing.
Probably, anyway. To be honest, I don't know what it means.
This is actually drawing from a live person from during figure drawing. You can tell because it's I don't know. I think I just remember. I don't know if you can tell. 07. Yep. And then using a different and then it says here, study of nudes, metal point. It's really hard to.
If you highlight it, you'll get different contrast.
Will it?
It'll be black on blue instead of black and white.
It's so hard to see. I don't even think you can.
It's pretty destroyed, yeah.
But this is a study of like this turned into a larger project that was for that class where, and I don't know if I still have it.
Did you know?
Shut up.
On blacking.
Where we had to draw, take a like classic drawing of a figure and then draw the skeleton. And I remember. It's one of those things where like you look back and it's kind of I don't know. I remember feeling really insulted at the time. But the way I remember the way I drew like the skeleton, the way I drew the shoulder joint like was ridiculous, and my teacher like laughed out loud when she saw it. Like like it
arm coming out the middle of your back.
It's just like it was just incorrect, and it really got to her. And like, what's more insulting than having your drawing like?
You're like, here you are, teacher, and she's like,
yeah, but
I mean, still have some.
Well, and this was like this was like an 18 by 24 large scale drawing, and like we had all put up our drawings and stuff on the wall when we were doing like a class critique kind of thing. So it wasn't just that she was laughing at my drawing, but she was doing it in front of the entire class. That is art class. It's be warned. Something about this boot that's very cartoonish. It's like
it's all smooth. It doesn't. It's like it's straight as opposed to has a L curve in it.
Anyways, out of context.
Face out of context.
This looks like an Andrew Loomis sort of thing, and then an eyeball. And cat boys. And this I think was from a live drawing session, like with costumes and stuff. Yep. Trying to draw figures interacting. The lion boy.
Eye candy.
More eyeballs. Learning how to draw eyeballs. Using pens. And basically what you're going to find is at some point I stopped basically using pencils and start
entirely ink.
Yeah, ink and watercolors and such, and colored pencils. Because the problem I was having, especially I would carry around a sketchbook and I'd carry it around in my backpack.
Get smudged all to heck.
Exactly. So it was like the way to solve that problem, use a fixative? No, just use a different medium. That's like the easy answer.
I similarly started taking notes in pen for the same reason, because people are like, here's a binder, you can organize your things in it, and I'm like, no, I have a bag and it's just the papers go in the bag. I had a messenger bag, right? And closer to the front was younger. That was it. But they'd all get, I'd pull out.
Younger rather than newer.
Yeah. So I'd pull out my sheet of notes, and it would just be a smooth grayscale graphite. Like, wow, that's only slightly less useful than my actual notes.
Oh no, naked person.
Oh no.
Or nude. There's and when you're learning about art history, the terms naked and nude are very different.
The difference is intent, right?
I guess. I don't know. I can't remember. Anyways, there's my ex. There's like a building
floor
layout.
plan.
Yeah, the floor plan.
Rawr.
If I had bigger titties.
I interpreted it as this instead as I wish I had long hair. Facial expressions.
They're not good. And there's the insert title here comic thing. Bang bang.
Oh no, gun.
This looks like a little bit like a chibi Megatron. This was about. I think this was about the time when I got really into Transformers too, because of my ex. Because the new Transformers movie came out, and so I went and rewatched all of it, or not rewatched, but watched.
That is almost certainly a Spartan.
Yeah. Because I was also getting into Halo because my ex was
for
into
the same
it.
reason.
Yeah. Anime girl with cat ears.
Umbrella. Smooching.
What if Riku and Sora kissed? Completely original idea.
I think reality might explode. No, wait. Those people aren't actually the same people.
No.
Those are like, of the 9 people in that group, like, those are 2 of them who aren't actually the same person.
So, like, this is the dumbest sword ever, but it totally comes from Final Fantasy IX, because the main character...
Zidane's stupid sword.
Yeah, well, like, the way he uses 2 daggers, and he holds one of them backwards, because it's cool or whatever, or a double-ended sword.
Yeah, sword like that would be almost impossible to wield in such a way as to not cut yourself in half.
Drawing?
I got stuck in that game.
Hey, look. It's Edgeworth and what's her face from Phoenix Wright, because I was starting to play these. I think this was I did the 3rd game. I don't know if I during this time if I went and played the first 2 games, but I remember starting with this game. Yeah, this is it's just, I was
comparing yourself to others.
Yeah.
Compare yourself to yourself. As long as you're getting better. Right?
This is actually making me, looking at all this old art makes me feel bad. I don't know why, I don't know how to explain it, but just man, my art sucks. Even though we're looking at art from 15 years ago. Underboob? Wolfman? Girl. Oh, I know what this is. This is, I guess, for whatever reason, I was doing a little bit of fan art of my friend's webcomic, of which I can't remember the name of. It still exists, and that's the end of that.
That's it. And you paid $7 for the sketchbook at the junior college.
It's true.
I bet the same sketchbook is $19 at the junior college store now.
Maybe.
What do we got? That's 21 minutes into this particular recording.
So we could end it here and move on to the...
Yeah, start another episode.
Yeah, okay.
All right. So, yeah, what is that, episode 4?
Yes.
I believe so.
Or no, I think it's... No, it's
That's the end of 3.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So next time we'll look at sketchbook number 11. And looking at it from here, it's a lot more of the same. So... Join us
next time for Sketchbook 11 and others on Sketchbooks with Carrie.
That's not what it's going to be called. It's going to be called something really stupid to appease the algorithm.
Algorithms with Sketchbook.